Okay, so now we were finishing up and showing the example of how to find fraction times a fraction by simplifying first. So here again, we need to look for a common factor of any numerator and denominator. Common factor of 2 and 10 is 2. So we can take this 2 divided by 2 and cross it off, which would give us 1. We could do 10 divided by 2, cross that off, and now we have 5 in its place. 3 and 9, is there a common factor for them? Yes, you know that we can divide both by 3. So 3 divided by 3, we cross that out and make this 1. And 9 divided by 3, we cross out, and that gives us 3. So now our final fraction to multiply is 1/3 times 1/5, and you do your multiplying steps. 1 times 1 is 1, and 3 times 5 is 15. And our end product then is 1/15. One more quick example for this type of fraction and multiplying, simplifying first. We could take 1/4 times 1/3. Oh, hold on a second. Excuse me, 3/4. I'm going too fast, so we're going to slow down. 3/4 times 1/3. Put that in your notes. Okay, again, our first step is to find a common factor of any numerator and denominator. Common factor for these 3's are 3, so we're going to divide both by 3's. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 3 divided by 3 is 1 here. So our new fraction is 1/4 times 1/1. 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 1 is 4. So our product now is 1/4. At this time, if you have any questions on how you can simplify a fraction times a fraction, again, please write it down. Now, for our last and final example, we need to continue writing. We're going to make letter B now. Letter B is going to be and explain the steps on how to take a fraction times a whole number. And this is on the right column of page 282. So put letter B, please, and put a fraction times a whole number. Okay, again, they want us to find the steps on how you can simplify before you multiply. So our steps are very similar to the steps we just copied, except for step number 1. For step number 1, we need to take and write the whole number as an improper fraction over 1. That is the only difference between this one and the one we just copied. So then again, step number 2 will be the same to find any common factors. Find a common factor. Find a common factor of any numerator and denominator. And then you divide those, just like we did in our previous examples. And of course, step number 3 is then to just multiply. So again, they're showing us how to simplify before we actually multiply. Okay, the example in your book here is find 2/3 times 18. So we're going to start with that example, 2/3 times 18. Okay, again, our first step is to write the whole number as an improper fraction over 1. Okay, so now we have 2/3 times 18 over 1, and then we do the same steps as we did before. Can you find any common factors of the numerators and denominators? I see that 3 and 18, I know that they can both be divided by 3. So 3 divided by 3 here would give me 1. 18 divided by 3 here will give me 6. Now I can multiply. 2 times 6 is 12, and 1 times 1 is 1, and 12 over 1 equals the whole number 12. Okay, at this point in time, you might want to take a minute to write down any questions you may have, and then we're going to go to another example.